I couldn't see you in the dark there. So I was up at the puppet store getting tonight's hilarious puppet introduction. Hang on. Pretend I wasn't here. Imagine you're my first marriage. All right. Good evening. My name is Gustave Flaubert. And I have a contempt for the bourgeoisie. However, I'm very excited about the tunnel between France and England, which was built 15 years ago. And I'm going to walk through it. Wait a minute. Am I doing a callback to a joke that has not yet occurred in the show? That's the thing about Flaubert. He was always messing with structure. Actually, he wasn't. Flaubert, of course, wasn't a pig. He was French, which is a completely different. Completely different. Flaubert, although he did have sideburns like that. Do we have a picture of Flaubert? We used to have a picture of Flaubert. Do you have it lying around? Well, do the Andy Warhol one then. Anyway. Yeah, all right. So, you know, the thing about Andy Warhol is he kind of messed with structure too. What Andy Warhol, and people say what Andy did like they knew him. I didn't know him, but I'm going to do that too. What Andy did is he kind of demystified in a way. He kind of deconstructed pop art, I thought. I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, darn, I wish the cable was working. But I rather admire people who deconstruct conventions and then turn them into something of their own, like Flaubert or Andy Warhol. Actually, that's the only two people I like. You might as well know. You heard me, my 8-year-old son. But Dad, don't you like me? Nope, only Flaubert and Andy Warhol. I'm kidding. I love my son more than anything else in the world, even more than Flaubert and Andy Warhol. Who, to be honest, I don't care about either one of them. I'm going to get letters now. I hope.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through work tomorrow, okay? Hey, hey, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Hey, Santa! Oh, right. Oh, very nice. All right. Woo, look at you. Come on in. Welcome to the Let's Go Morning. Welcome to the Let's Go. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Please. All right, that's enough. All right, that's enough. That's enough. I know it's just starting to sound a little bit phony. Just a little bit. It's almost as if you were doing it just for free candy. I've got new contact lenses, and every time I blink, I have an acid flashback. It's awesome. It's true. I keep blinking, and I'm going, whoa. Wait a minute, you can only have an acid flashback if you ever took acid. I have, but not in the last 20 minutes. Better get through the monologue quickly. Whoa! It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. The election results are in. Everyone's talking about what happened in the state of Maine. I was like, what? Because they voted for medical marijuana, but against gay marriage. I think the voters of Maine were worried that guys would get so high they would accidentally marry each other. Dude, we should get married. I'm surprised Maine voted against gay marriage, because Maine's been touching Canada's bottom for years. In denial, Maine. A debate between the former presidents George W. Bush and Bill Clinton has been cancelled. It's too bad. The debate was going to be called Dumb and Hummer. There's your joke. I told you you're dead. There's your late night joke there, everybody. The band are going to go... That was a joke. Do you know Jeremy Piven? You know Jeremy Piven? He says that drinking soy milk made him grow man boobs. I'm like... I wish I'd known about that before I paid for these. Anyway, this... That's right, I've got breasts. I've got breasts, and I'm high on acid. Take that, cable. Anyway, this is a very exciting time for the nautical buffs. You know, the people that dream of a life at sea. That's what I dream of. That and an underpants pillow fight with Fabio. Because... oh, of course, not in Maine. Anyway, well, we could do it, we just couldn't get married. A few days ago, what I'm talking about anyway, is a few days ago, the largest cruise ship ever built, ever, set sail for the first time. If you're like me, first of all, you see a doctor, drink a lot of orange juice, but if you're like me, there was a tip in there, stoners. Orange juice? Every time. I'm too high! Anyway, if you're like me, you've been breathlessly following this ship's voyage. What happened is the ship left Finland a few days ago, and in a few days she'll arrive in Miami. Do we have a map of the route the ship is taking? There you go, out of Finland there. There's the plane out Shatnerstan? Shatnerstan is the new name for Canada, everybody. Anyway, right now the ship is in the middle of the English Channel, which is the water between Britain and France. Now, when I was a kid, we had to take a hovercraft to get over the channel to France. Hover, you know, the... Well, you don't take that anymore because they've got the Channel Tunnel, or the Chunnel, they call it. It took forever to build because the English people didn't want a tunnel between England and France. Because I'm not kidding, I remember this in the English newspapers. They were scared that the tunnel would be used by French rats. Like, oh, God heavens, no! We don't want French rodents coming over here. Coming over all nibbling at things, bringing French rabies. Anyway, the tunnel's been finished for 15 years now, and yes, the French rats did go to England, but they tasted the English food and they scurried back. We're like, I don't know how these people can eat this crap. Yes, you're right. Let's go back to France. France? You sound like you're from Transylvania. Yes, I'm a Romanian rat. I settled in France. I took a trip to England. Ooh, acid's coming on. Anyway, I'm talking about the giant cruise ship. It's called Oasis of the Seas. It's huge. It's huge, this thing. It's got a park on it. It's got golf courses. It's got a shopping mall. All the things you can do on land with the added excitement of possibly sinking. would you go? Anyway, the ship is... They're saying the ship is 5 times bigger than the Titanic. So what could possibly go wrong? I'm sure everything is fine. They would never hit an iceberg. The global warming, there's no icebergs left. Anyway, the company that made the ship said that it's environmentally friendly. It's a completely green vessel. That means it doesn't dump anything in the ocean. All the waste created on the ship gets reused. In other words, don't order the lemonade. Or the chocolate pie. All right, that's enough. All right, the joke. I know, that was stupid. That was stupid. You're right. You're right, I went too far. It deserved a round of applause. Oh, you've gone too far. We're insulted. Now, if this giant ship is successful, though, will spark a revival of The Love Boat, maybe. The best TV show ever made. People make fun of The Love Boat, but I enjoyed it. Every week, a different guest. Stars, some people you would never expect to see on a sitcom. Do you know who was a guest on The Love Boat? Andy Warhol. That's true. He was on The Love Boat. He didn't say much. He just kind of went... Yeah, like that. He went... Yeah. Andy Warhol is very different from Salvador Dali, of course, another famous artist who went, ooh. Yeah, see? Now, when Salvador Dali and Andy Warhol got together, they talked about it all the time. There's lots of, ooh, ooh. All right. I think the acid's wearing off now. Going to the shortest acid trip in history. You know why? Vitamin C. We've reached that time again, haven't we? It's time for the commercials, where I do my big finish at the end of the monologue. Craig, are you reintroducing the awkward pause to television? Yes. All right, we'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back.
If your life leaves you with questions, seek advice from under the sea. Dear Aquaman, please give your advice to me, Aquaman.
Featuring Tim Gunn.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Gunn. Tonight, I'll be answering a letter someone wrote to Aquaman. Good boy. That's it. Stay. Roll over. Oh, just go. Dear Aquaman, how come your hair never looks wet? My hair? Oh, you mean Aquaman's hair? It's because I wear a waterproof wig. But I think he stole it from Ellen DeGeneres.
Please give your advice to me, Aquaman.
Featuring Tim Gunn.
Welcome back. My first guest tonight. No, I'm going to try and keep it a surprise. My tie's long tonight, isn't it? Look at that. When it's this long, it tickles me. When I go home, I just wear this tie and nothing else. Hi, honey, I'm home. Right, I'm going to try and keep it a surprise for as long as possible who my next guest is, right? My first guest tonight. She is the host of the Monique show. Which is on BET. She's got a new film out called Precious, which is in theatres on Friday. The buzz on this film is incredible, isn't it? People are like, this is the greatest. Please welcome Monique, everybody, Monique.
you look sensational. Can I say that?
Thank you,
look
baby.
Fantastic.
You can say anything you want to say to me.
Really? Mm-hmm. You see, you always say that when you're here, and then I back down at the last minute. I get kind of scared because I think you're quite sexy.
Do you?
I do, yeah, I do.
I think you're quite sexy too, Craig.
Ow! You set it off, see? You set off the done. Ow! Ow!
But do you know you become sexier when you have that?
Well, I've heard women say that, but that's not really true, is it?
It really is.
Well, how
because
come?
I don't know what that is. I'll show guys, I'm like, no, baby. They be like, oh, it looks even better now. Because I think it's commitment. Like the women know if you have on a wedding ring, it has to be no commitment. It's probably Monday night, Tuesday morning you leave. No big deal because they see that you have a ring. I think that's why it's more sexier.
That's great. Hey, can I talk to you about this movie? Everyone's saying that you're going to get an Oscar for this movie. It's like people are talking like it's amazing. I haven't seen it yet.
You know, I love him because he's so damn honest. The movie is absolutely amazing, but the credit really goes to the director, Mr. Lee Daniels, who had the vision and who was fearless, who didn't mind jumping over the edge. Because oftentimes in Hollywood, it's the sweet ending.
Yeah.
Well, with this movie, and people keep saying, well, it's a dark movie. It's not dark. It's just honest.
All right.
And it's honesty in your face, and it's mental illness in your face in a way you've never seen it before.
Oh, right.
Because oftentimes Hollywood shows mental illness in a hospital and a straitjacket. But this mental illness is your neighbor.
Right.
This mental illness may be you.
Oh, clearly. Yeah. No. But I think this is fine. What happened afterwards? That Oprah called you after she saw the movie, and she became a producer after she saw the movie?
Yes. After she saw the film, about maybe 9:30 at night, I get a phone call, okay? And let me just tell you the power of Oprah Winfrey, okay? The power of this woman. So I get a phone call, Craig. Now, I get a call before that call to let me know that I'm going to get that call, okay? So you got to get a call.
Oprah's going to be calling you?
You got to get a call before the call.
Yeah.
So I get the call, okay? And I'm like, I'm trying to be cool, okay, when I answer the phone, because I know it's Oprah. So I'm going to answer like, okay, it's just Oprah, right? Yeah. So I go, hello? And she says, hey, girl, what you wearing to the Oscars?
Oh, nice.
Now, I am tickled as hell, okay?
Yeah.
So after we get finished talking, we hang up. Now, I'm going to lock in the number to let people know.
Yeah!
I got Oprah's telephone number, baby, okay? Because I'm going to call her back when I want to talk about something. When I go to lock in the number, this is how powerful this woman is. When I go to lock in the number, it's gone. It is as if she never, I go back to call history. I called Sprint and said, listen, I just got a phone call from Oprah Winfrey. Can you pull that number back up? No record of it, baby, as if it never happened. So people could believe I'm lying. I swear for God, Oprah Winfrey called me sugar.
Are you sure she called you? No,
where's my camera? Because I'm going to talk right to Oprah. Where's my camera, Craig?
All right, Oprah watches this show. Yeah, off you go.
Hey, how you doing, sugar?
Hi, Oprah. You can call me anytime. Shut up. All right, Oprah, I think you're great. I love you, Oprah. I have a book out. You got into late night talk shows as well, is that right? You got your own show?
Yes, Craig. I have my own late night talk show.
Yeah.
Did you hear my accent?
Yeah, it was kind of Scottish there.
It was, yes, you're rubbing off on me, sugar. I've got my own late night talk show.
I will rub, but never mind. I think you've just got a very dirty mind, Monique. That's what it is.
You know what?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you do.
And I so appreciate it because it makes life fun.
Yes.
You know, people that have very clean minds live very boring lives.
Yeah.
But right now, we're looking at each other in each other's eyes.
Stop
yeah.
You know exactly what you're doing. Knock it off.
I won't.
No, I know.
It won't be fun, but I gotta tell you, with the late night talk show.
Right, do you do a monologue in the band and all that?
We have
like a proper one?
Monologue, we have a band, we have a DJ, Big Jim's Penthouse Players, DJ Ant Love, Rodney Perry is the co-host, myself.
You have a co-host?
Yes, Craig, what is happening?
I don't know.
But, okay, so I gotta tell you.
Yeah, can I be on it?
Please, I would love to have you on the couch.
Yeah.
Now, I am so excited.
This is one of the ones the TiVo in my house won't tape for some mysterious reason.
And late night, it's a party.
Yeah.
And when I watch your show, it's a feel good. You feel good. You have a great time with you. So, yes, I do. I have such a good time with you, Craig. I got to tell you, baby. So when they gave me the late night talk show, and you know how the reveal opens, and I come out the elevator doors?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm a screamer, okay? I'm really loud when I get excited. Now, I don't... Craig.
Oh, man.
And then
No, hang on. I'm enjoying this.
Oh, you got it?
Just
Okay,
give me a
go
minute.
on.
Give me a
Get
minute.
it. Get it.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, baby, I got mine too.
Yeah, all right.
Now, here's where I need your advice, so you can
Okay.
help me out.
All right.
Now, when I come through the elevators, okay,
Yeah.
it's like I'm really loud. It's like, yes, hey, I love you. And the people keep saying, Monique, why are you yelling at us? But I'm having such a great time, and I'm so excited. What advice could you give to me when the elevator doors open and I see all the people and they're saying, Monique, Monique.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, let me come give it to you.
Well, do what you do with me. Make them work for it a little bit. Don't just go ahead and give it to them.
Yes.
Make them work for a little
So I gotta
bit.
thank you, baby.
Make them kind of like, you gotta take me to dinner a little bit first. You gotta,
Yeah, but sometimes, liberated women, we don't necessarily need dinner, baby. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And you got married since the last time I was here.
I did get married. Yeah, I did.
Congratulations,
you're
baby.
married too.
Yes,
Yeah.
and very happy.
So it's only like Monday night to Tuesday morning then.
Well, what's tonight?
This is Wednesday in your region. Unless it's a rerun, and then I get no idea.
It could be Wednesday night to Thursday morning.
Daylight savings. It's dark. We could. No, all right. That got real close there. Did you see that?
I did like that.
Yeah. That's right. Like.
But did you see how you sat back for me to do that?
No. I just. No,
You put it right in position,
No,
Craig. Watch your damn self, Craig.
No, I was right there. I didn't move. I didn't flinch. I was like a man of steel. I was like, okay. Knock it off. All right. I am so excited for you to get this Oscar. I can't think of someone who is more deserving and who... Well, I can. No, I can't actually. You know what? You've always been so kind and come on the show all the time, and you work so hard and you're so good at what you do, and I'm so pleased for you about this.
Thank you, brother.
Congratulations,
Thank you,
really.
baby.
Monique, everybody, we'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show where we celebrate the awkward pause. You want to leave your own bedroom, don't you? My next guest is a writer, an actor, and a comedian. He's got a new book out. It's called Stephen Fry in America. So that's a clue to who he is. Please welcome the very lovely and clever Stephen Fry, everybody. Stephen. Welcome, Stephen.
My dear
How lovely to see you again. We won't be needing this.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see you. I haven't seen you in such
It's
a long
lovely
time.
to be seen by you.
Well, look at this whole a book with pictures. You've been so clever and brainy your whole life writing books that had no pictures, and then suddenly it's all pictures.
Finally, yes. It's nothing to do with the fact that it's for the American market that it has pictures at all. No, I assure you. No. I'm speaking to an American.
I am
course.
an American now. Yes, I'm an American citizen. Look, I've got my tattoo and everything.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm in. Would you ever think of that?
Yes, I genuinely would.
Really?
I mean, the reason I did this is about a journey I made.
Did you go to every state in America?
I went to every one of your 50 glorious states.
Some of them are better than others.
Yes, that has. I didn't spend that long in Delaware, it must be said.
Yeah.
Well, we sort of waved as we went through.
Yeah, no, well, Delaware's where all the credit card letters come from. That's where they are.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, and Mr. and Mrs. DuPont have a big factory there, I think.
Yes, they do. I don't know. It wasn't in the citizenship exam.
So did you have to learn all the state capitals and the mottos?
No, they've changed the test. It was quite easy when I took the test. The test, when I took it, it was, do you like soda? Yes. Do you hate Al-Qaeda? Yes. Come on in.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
That's
Here's your
right.
gum.
Yes.
But now it's I think it's a bit harder now.
Yeah.
But I think you'll be fine. I think you're clever.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's an odd thing. When I was about 10, my mother told me that my father, who's a physicist,
Right.
had been offered a job when she was pregnant with me in Princeton University.
Right.
And he very nearly took it. And she said it was really funny because if he had, of course, he would have been born in America.
You would have been in America.
I know. And the moment she told me that, I had this sort of image of a doppelganger living in Princeton called Steve, who would be physically the same as me, identical in every physical respect. Maybe a bit trimmer, maybe a bit fatter, let's be honest. And I just, to this day, I don't know, I mean, would my attitude have been different? Would my sense of humour have been different?
I don't know. Not in Princeton. That's kind of pretty much England.
I guess it is. Yeah.
But I look forward to your letters.
Yes.
And let me just tell you one thing. The spelling better be good. Now, but didn't you, one of your books, wasn't that set in Princeton?
Yes, it was, funny enough.
Yes.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
that because of that? You did that?
I suppose I've always had a bit of an obsession. And oddly enough, my great university friend, Hugh Laurie, plays a doctor in Princeton.
That's right, yes.
How weird is that?
Yeah, it's kind of odd. Have you ever been to Princeton?
I made a film in Princeton. I did a movie called IQ.
IQ with Tim Robbins and Meg Ryan.
And Walter Matthau.
Walter
yes,
Matthau, yeah. That was a good movie.
It was. I played the usual English part of it.
Yeah,
Emotionally.
You were the jerk.
A cripple.
Don't come along, Buffy, and all that.
The emotionally constipated nobody who gets axed by... But I tell you, Tim Robbins' best friend was played by Tony Shalhoub, who then went on to be Mr. Monk.
Mr. Monk, yeah.
Then I did another movie with Tony Shalhoub in it, and also in it was James Gandolfini, who went on to be Mr. Soprani.
The Soprano.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mr. Soprani is...
OK. It's those tablets in the dressing room you leave for your guests.
Acid. Yeah. Acid.
I wondered.
Have some orange juice.
I've got some here.
You got to take the vitamin C.
Yes. It worked surprisingly a tennis racket.
Yeah, it takes time to take an effect. Oh, listen. The last time you were here, we had a discussion, not an argument, a debate about flying, because I was saying how terrified of flying I was, and you were saying you were a pilot.
Yes, I'm terrified of crashing, but not of
Well,
flying.
yes.
Flying is fine.
I'm also terrified of crashing, but
Yeah.
in the time since it's been 3 years, in that 3 years, I have since become a pilot, and I have my pilot's license.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes,
What do you fly?
I fly a Cessna.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes, Cessna.
That's just a little bit pathetic, though, because that's got a... It's not a tail dragger.
It's not a tail dragger,
That's
no, but
fun.
It's got 240 horsepower engine in it, this thing.
No, it is. No, it is.
You start this thing up, it's like...
The strange thing about flying, it's great to fly, and being up there is marvellous. In little old England, where I am, which is about the size of one of the three...
Delaware, I think.
It's about exactly tiny. There's a part of England where I grew up, and I know almost every field and every church. The moment I flew, 5 seconds, you're lost. You look down.
It looks very different.
It's just extraordinary, isn't it? And those are the things you have to learn how to read wind and how to look down and
look down
sort
at
of orient and look down on people. Yeah.
You can learn that at Princeton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
No. I've got a chip in my shoulder. I never had a proper education, and I feel that when I was about 10 years
You mentioned Flaubert.
Flaubert, yeah.
How many talk shows in America have people who mention Flaubert? That's pretty impressive. You should be proud.
Yes, mentioning
You know?
Flaubert. Although, dude, I must ask you, are you a fan of Flaubert?
Yes, I am.
He was all right. He had a contempt for the bourgeoisie, though.
So you, yeah, he did, but he also, you said he kind of deconstructed structure.
He did deconstruct it a little bit.
Yeah, a tiny bit, yes.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, to have contempt for the bourgeoisie was a little bit, you know.
But he was almost anal in the way he wrote. You know, the mot juste, the exact word. He would sometimes spend a week on a sentence, a single sentence, polishing
A
it
week
up.
in a single sentence?
Yeah.
See, I got no time for that.
No.
I have nothing but contempt for Flaubert now. I used to enjoy him, although I do portray him as a polystyrene pig, to be fair.
Yeah. How many? And you insulted English cuisine, which was very upsetting.
Well, it's an easy laugh.
You're Scottish.
I
in
am.
Scotland,
It's even worse, yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
It is. No, there's no doubt. I'm
They
not denying
deep
it.
fry Mars bars.
Yes, they do.
They put them in hot oil and they fry them.
Yeah.
That's a fact, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, there's places in America where that's popular.
Is it?
Many places that you go to Dollywood, Dolly Parton's place, you can get deep-fried candy.
That's good.
I think so. I made that up.
Yeah.
But it's possible. Do you ever just make stuff up and then say it's true and people believe you because you're brainy?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But fun enough, we didn't go to Dollywood. It's just in Tennessee, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I
yeah,
did have an experience in Tennessee that is one of the most shattering things that ever happened to me.
What?
So it's a marvellous place.
Right.
In the morning, I'd been in North Carolina in a balloon looking down on the Blue Ridge Mountains, and then we landed, and I thought, how beautiful it is, this part of the world.
Very nice part
We
of the world.
drove through to Knoxville, which is a nice town, and there's a campus. And in the corner of the campus, there was a lady waiting for me and the camera crew. We were filming there, and I hadn't been told exactly what we were going to see, but that I should be ready for something slightly weird. And I was ready for something weird because I was in America. So yes. That's a good thing.
Yes.
And there was a padlocked pair of gates and razor wire above. She said, "Come in." She unpadlocked the gate. In we went, crew and everything. She padlocked it again. We were in a sort of garden. She said, "Put on these little paper shoes, these little booty things."
Like they wear in the CSIs.
Those kind of things, exactly. And some rubber gloves.
Like they wear in the clubs.
Like they wear in the clubs that you and I usually go to. And then around me, this is going to get creepy, so the laughter better start getting nervous, because it's really weird.
It's all nervous all the time.
Yes. I noticed kind of little white things and flashes of black and whatever. And I was in a place known as the Body Farm. And it was filled with cadavers, with dead bodies in various states of decomposition, of suppurating, rotting decomposition. And in various places, some were left open. There was a car, some were in the trunk of the car, there's a little cabin.
You sure
some
this is
under
not Detroit
sofas.
we're talking about here?
The whole purpose of the place was the Department of Forensic Anthropology, and it was the first of its kind in the world.
Good Lord.
And you remember that William Peterson character, Gruesome Grissom, as he was known on CSI, who had this thing about the bugs, that you could tell time of death from the bugs that were hatched inside a dead body. That's where they discovered this, and I saw bodies with these maggots and things crawling. I saw things I would never hope ever to see again, and smelt. It was as if Satan found his way up my nostrils and tried to claw out everything that was decent in me. You see, because they have to have, thank you. That's good. They had a body sort of crammed into a, sort of like a mailbox, and it was just a brown soup with bones sticking out, and a smell that I will never forget. And it's creepy and it's grim, but the wonderful woman taking me around, professor in this department, she's going to leave her body to have that done to it, and it does. It resolves murder cases. Some people are found not guilty of murder. Some people are found guilty of murder as a result of this extraordinary thing. But there's a phrase which you must have come across as an American and before, which is only in America.
Yeah, well.
Now, and when you hear that phrase, only in America, it means something extraordinary, something extreme.
Usually something good,
Something
actually.
good.
Yeah.
But you know well enough that if someone was to say only in Britain,
Yeah.
it would be something damp, miserable,
means,
not till Wednesday, and then it's unlikely.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Only in Britain,
only in Britain.
I
But
have
in
a
this-
theory, by the way. I have a theory about about Britain, though. I think that the people of Britain think that we Americans, which I am now, they think that we Americans are a lot weirder than we actually are.
Yeah.
I think we're not. America's not that weird.
No, and I think it's the fault. Actually, one of the reasons I did this programme was I was slightly fed up of a lot of British journalists going over to America, finding the weirdest people they could.
Yes. Well, I'm so glad you went to the body farm in Tennessee. That'll set them right. Yeah.
That was somehow an ennobling thing. It was good science, you know. But what I didn't go and do was look up sort of mad Aryan warriors or militia people or strange religious fringe people who thought that God hated everybody. And
yes.
You know this because that's easy to do, and then you film them.
Very, very easy. To do, yeah.
And then we British hug ourselves and say, aren't we normal and aren't Americans weird? But actually my experience of America is I don't know that I've ever visited a country where there are a higher proportion of genuinely hospitable, kindly, well-disposed people.
It's absolutely true.
I'd rather, you know, run out of gas in a small town in America than in Europe and knock on a strange door. You would get people and they'd walk there, there's my daughter, help yourself, and you know, they're just, I mean, that's... Why would I say that?
I don't know.
I'm not
you
even,
of all people.
I'm not even
I don't
straight.
Understand it. It doesn't make any sense.
They would have spotted that.
Yes.
They would have seen he's gay, he's English, it's fine. There's
Right.
my daughter.
There's your daughter. Please help her with her embroidery.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, we're completely out of time, Stephen, which
I'm
is a great
sorry.
shame.
It's been
Well, you know,
enjoyable.
one of the things about acid is, you know, time goes all over the place.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's lovely. Now, please, let's not make it 3 years until the next time. Because I don't want to get any more tattoos or more flying lessons. I'd like to just carry on normally. It's lovely to see you. Good luck with this. I'm a great fan of your work, and I'm looking forward to both reading this and seeing the show. Will it be on BBC America?
It's on PBS, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is, on various PBS stations throughout the nation.
Oh, that's very classy.
Yes, we'd like to think so.
Stephen Fry, everybody.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
Look, some of the stuff that we learned on the show tonight was true and some of it was false. Now, the true stuff is orange juice when, you know, things are getting out of hand. That's true. But I'm afraid Stephen Fry was right. Flaubert was not a deconstructionist. Why couldn't I have said that on the night Paris Hilton was on? She would never have busted me on that. However, to be fair, to mention that Flaubert was a deconstructionist causes debate. Debate is the structure on which America is built. Therefore, to mention something that you know is untrue in order to stimulate conversation is an act of patriotism. So, I may have been wrong, but God bless America, everybody!